Hi there, it's Cherie from Cherie'sCraftyGirls.com. Thank you for joining me today. I put these boxes on Facebook a little while ago and I really got quite a good response to them, and a lot of people asked for a tutorial, so here it is. This one is just a simple little hexagon box which you could probably pop a little jar of hand cream and things in. I think that's really sweet. So, and that just closes the same as that. And this one is made identically but a little bit deeper, and this one is a two-part box. And originally I made this box for a friend, and that's what gave me the idea of that one. This one is just made using the scoreboard. These ones are made on the gift bag punch board. I will make, whoops, I can't get the lid on, how strange. I will make a tutorial for this one because I think that's rather sweet as well. It's quite a deep box with a little lid, but as I say, that's made on the scoreboard, and these ones are made on the gift bag punch board. I'm just going to get some extra little pieces that I forgot to get out. So I used just 2 pieces of A4 cardstock. The base of this one and this one came out of one, and then the lid and this box came out of the other. So popping them to one side. Whoops! Oh goodness me, it's flying everywhere. So to make these, you are going to need, for the box with the lid, you're going to need a piece that is 10 inches by 3 3/4 for the base, and the piece that is left over will make this box. So pop that to one side, and then the top measures 10 1/4 by 3 5/8, and the piece that's left over from there makes the taller box. So pop that to one side. So we'll start with the box and lid, and for this one I stamped. I just stamped it top and bottom, and I used that one. I used rich raspberry and rich raspberry ink as well. This one I'm going to use cherry cobbler, and the stamps that I have used, I've used this flower, which is from Touches of Texture, which is one of 2 box stamp set, so that's really good value. And because it's Christmassy, I've also used Oh What Fun, and I've used the holly, and I did the holly in wild wasabi, and that's cherry cobbler. And the reason I did that is because this box I'm going to put some DSP panels on, and this DSP paper comes from the Xmas specialty paper in the annual catalogue, and that's the DSP paper, and I've just backed it on to some very vanilla. So we'll do the top first because the measurements for that are very simple for scoring. So take your scoreboard, put your long side at the top, and you are going to score at 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 inches. And on the short side you're going to score at 1 3/8, and that's the top. And for the bottom you're going to score with the long side at the top, you're going to score at 1 15/16, 3 7/8. Oh, I've done that wrong. I need to use stamp and trim for this one because this hasn't got 1/16 of an inch, so pop that one out of the way and bring your stamp and trim in because this has got 1/16 of an inch. Make sure you put your cutting blade out of the way, and we'll start again. That's 1 15/16, 3 7/8, 5, 6, 7, 5 13/16. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13/16, 7 3/4, and 9 11/16. That's 9, 8, 11. And again, 1 3/8 on your short side. So that's 3/8. Okay. That's that one out of the way. And then with these ones, I've gone ahead and I've stamped using, let me find it, this bouquet from the Touches of Texture. And I've done that in Cherry Cobbler to match the card, which is Cherry Cobbler. You are going to do 1 3/8 on both short sides. So it's 1 3/8 on that short side, turn it round, 1 2 3 on the short side, and 1 3/8, and do exactly the same, which again I've gone ahead and done very vanilla with Cherry Cobbler, and using the aqua pens, which you fill the container with water and you dip the ink, you squeeze your pad and you put your ink on there, and you use your aqua pen, fill it with water, and you take your ink onto the nib and you colour in your stamp, and that gives a beautiful effect, I think. You can use markers if that's what you prefer, or if that's all you have. I've just gone ahead and used the aqua pen. So again, 1 3/8 on that short side, and again turn it round and do 1 2 3 on that side, and that's all the scoring out of the way. So pop them to one side, and we'll continue with the lid. Now bring in your lovely gift bag punch board, and where you have the short, you've scored along and you've got a deep section and a thinner section. It's this thinner section that makes the base of the box, and that there measures 1 3/8. That's why we've measured it that way. So popping it in, align your little beak and your start line, making sure it's to the top, and punch. No scoring. Bring it to the next score line and punch. And you do that on every score line along the cardstock. I think I really should stand up and do this. I think it would be a lot easier. Right to the end, last score line, and punch. Now if you do that on all of them, again, with where you have your short section, turn it over, align it to the start line, punch to the next score line, punch, and you're going to do that right the way across. And last that one, and we're going to do the same on these ones. So why have I not done the, oh you silly woman, what I haven't done is the score lines down, have I? Sorry for that. So, taking your trimmer again. Now, I can't remember which side. No, if it's like this one measures 10 1/4. So they're the quite easy measurements. They're just 2, 4, 6 and 8. So score 2, 4, 6, 8 and your 10 inches. And that one measures 10 1/4, so that will be exactly the same. 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. And sorry about that, so I'll bring back our gift bag, pop into a starting line and punch. And again, you do that on all your score lines, all the way across. But this time you're going to do top. I hope my head's not in the way. I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can. So you don't. There we go. And then flip it over, and you're going to do it on the same score lines. So pop it to meet. There. Making sure it goes all the way to the top. And lastly that one. And just to make this edge match that one, pop it in upside down and bring it to this side of the start line and punch, and that will just make that mate. And we do the same here. I'll pop that one in the start line, punch, score line, punch. If you can't see the score line here, just match it to your start line there. That will do exactly the same. And repeat on the bottom. Start line, punch on all of your score lines. And that's all the punching of all the boxes done. Pop that out of the way now, that's completely finished with. Remove your debris. And then with your snips, just simply cut at an angle those ones. And that makes your tab. I'm going to do that on all of them. So again, don't know why they're a bit gunky. Just cut your tabs off, and you've got one here and one here. Right, that's those all done. So pop them to one side. And what we'll do now is we will just pop on with some Tombow or snail, whichever you fancy, fast fuse, whichever adhesive you have. Just glue them all up. And we're going to pop those on. Like so. As I said, this one I didn't use DSP, I just stamped and I left it. But I'm going to pop these neatly into the squares, like so. Not these ones, because they're going to form on this one the lid of the box and also the base of the box, because what you're actually doing is just making an upside down base. So pop those ones in there so it can all be drying while we make the base of the box. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? There we go. We'll just leave that to dry a little bit. So coming back to your now the base, fold and varnish. Let me turn that over, it's got a bit sticky on it. Your vertical lines, sorry, and then just come up and fold your tabs. Now you can do all of them at the same time, or with folding, or bit by bit, it's entirely up to you. Then with your tab, this little piece here, a little fold on the end. On the pattern side, I cannot find my sticky tape. Where's that gone? Oh, there it is. You can use Tombow, it's entirely up to you, or some fast fuse. I'm just going to use a bit of tape, run it down there, remove your backing, which never works on camera, does it? And construct the box very neatly. Bring the corners and edges together, and then you're simply going to tuck in the right hand side of each box, and then when you come to the last one, you're going to tuck in the right and underneath. Oh, this is where I always struggle, round and round in circles. Right, come on, right. So there's your box. Now what I tend to do then is I'm going to use some very vanilla. What do we want? 2 very vanillas and 2 cherry cobblers. And I'm going to get a 2-inch punch, circle punch, and I'm going to do 2 circles in the very vanilla, like so, and 2 in the cherry cobbler. What they do, no, that's wrong, I want 2 more. 2 more very vanilla. You don't have to use 4, I just prefer it for the strength. That's just, and 2 more cherry cobbler. 4 more cherry cobbler. 2 more. Oh dear, what am I like? Right, that's those out of the way. Right, let's just pop them to one side for the moment. And with your Tombow, I'm making the wrong box, so I do only want 1 for here, and here goes on the inside. So lay your box flat and make sure it's at its right shape, and just pop your circle on the inside, and that just helps hold it in place like so. And that's the base of your box. What I would do is, while that's setting, find something that's got a little bit of weight and sit in it, just so it stays flat. I'm trying to think what I've got. That's too big. Oh, I'll use my Stamp and Mist, and that will just hold that in place. fold your tabs, and again struggle with your box under that one, and that one should fold your bottom flaps out, and then it goes there, then that one should tuck under there. Oh, I don't know why I keep getting this one wrong. There we are. There's that one, and again we're just going to put now centre in there just so it will hold it nice and firm, and then right, and there we are. There's the other one. So there we have 3 cherry cobblers and 3 rich raspberries. Now I quite like the one with the DSP, I think that's really unusual, but then again I also like that one. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry about the flapping about. If you've liked it, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Join my team, the link is below. Purchase any of the products used in this project, the link again for my shop is below. Until next time, take care. Bye.